This may pull Meteos' attention towards the bottom, which could be a little bit of a jungle map movement juke, where now maybe Reignover plays towards the top side because he gave advantage to his bottom already.
You saw Meteos throw a quick ward in there, starting to get forward runs in. Gives him an idea of where Reignover is. We saw in their previous match with Zac that just one missed gank on Zac kind of threw the game in favor of Immortals there. He had 2 good ones, but just a hair away on a 3rd one, and it swings it.
That was totally Jensen, though. I'm going to say that. Jensen missed so many skill shots in that one.
Yeah, and you look at him now, he's level 5. That's around the time when Zac's ganks start to become a little bit threatening. Level 6, 7, and 9 are the other big breakpoints where he gets the big ganks off. And the fact that Reignover hasn't heavily counter-jungled Meteos or had successful ganks before that point does actually favor Cloud9 a little bit, because this is when Zac can look to kind of bring things back, so to speak, in a normal matchup, but he actually hasn't really fallen that far behind yet.
Yep. Jensen able to keep CS up, 58 to 44. I won't see too much roaming from these mid laners just yet, though, as they keep each other pushed into their turrets. Impact has finally gotten to the other side of the river with his wave, so we'll see if he can do any damage to Huni, who is easily farming up. Pretty safe game overall. Nobody really wants to make the first move, it seems, here. But Reignover with the vision knowledge. Actually, lack of vision. Still just trying it, I should say.
Yeah, look at the gap in wards for C9 on the bottom side of that map, and a lot of this is a continuation of Reignover's gank earlier. He got 2 summoners out of the bottom side. Therefore, Smoothie and Sneaky don't want to push up. Meteos doesn't want to visit a losing lane, so they just kind of abandon that side of the map. And Rek'Sai is spectacular at soloing the Dragon. He gets a little bit of help from Adrian and Turtle because they're pushed up, and that's a great early advantage for Immortals.
Yeah, and you can see that Meteos was trying to make something happen on the top side of the map, maybe if Huni plays a little too far forward, but Huni was aware of where he needed to be, and the Ocean Drake falls into his hands, which is great for Echo because you're spending so much mana in these trades early on against Dinar.
Reignover as well, making quick work of all of his camps. Meteos gets a tunnel on his way in and out there. Gromp perfectly spawns as he void rushes in. And they're not too far behind each other. Pretty close, 36-32. Building up on their items here as Meteos is taking a little longer to go back and get that second purchase in. Cloud Drake is coming up next. And so far, the only pressure towards bottom was acted on as a dragon here for Immortals. They didn't go back at Sneaky and Smoothie for another gank just yet.
Yeah, and we think about the top lane matchup so much between Impact and Huni. We've seen the jungle pressure on the bottom side, but the mid lane matchup in this game is really interesting to me as well, because Pobelter feels so confident on Vladimir. When you hear him talk about this pick, he usually thinks it's GG as soon as they get a lock in. He's amazing on it in team fights. But then you look at Jensen, who has probably equally as much confidence lately on Cassiopeia. Yeah, the 7-0 Pobelter. It's GG when he gets it a lot of the time. Jensen picked Cassiopeia into Bjergsen's Vladimir, and that was the only win C9 had in the finals. Then had to deal with Bjergsen's Cassiopeia and got crushed. So these are 2 players on champions they're very good at, and they're really isolated in that mid lane, which is super exciting.
Hopefully we get a little action out of them too. Like you said, Pobelter going hard. That flash up means the play could be made, but the same from Jensen as we get a little bit down here. Scuffle around the Dragon Pit. Twin Fangs is going to push Pobelter out.
Really bad.
Oh, he should be easy on that one. No ignites for the mid laners.
Yeah. Early pool there too. Making sure that he can't follow him.
That's true. A few more flash and a poison tick could definitely take him out.
It still puts him very low and in a bad position in this lane.